Welcome to MagicGatheringStrat. I'm Dan. I'm going for the MOCS. And I'm recording this on Twitch. And I'm just not doing a lot of useful things right now while waiting for this to start, which is not the best for a YouTube video, but perhaps it'll get some people to watch here on Twitch. I am just gonna play here. The delay server is something you have to pay for, and I could record immediately. And there's no one watching, so this makes for a really bad YouTube video. I have this channel on YouTube, and I am trying to get into Twitching as well. So, but the two media are not the same, and trying to do both sometimes just makes things very stupid. Right? Am I even broadcasting right now? Think I am. Yes. So this will be extremely interesting. How do I make this interesting, this dead time before the start, especially in a situation like this? So I could just pause the thing, I presume. Or can I? Not being able to pause is fairly weird. But here we are, and we are gonna, you can just fast forward this on YouTube then, I guess. Because it'll take some time. Oh, here's the YouTube channel. Currently has 162 subscribers. Last time I checked 10 times a day. Almost 30,000 views now. And over 440 videos. We are 4 people making videos on this channel right now. So please have a check. Have a look. MagicGatheringStrat at YouTube. So maybe someone wants to talk about something. Oh! There is a requirement for an OK from me, and that means that I haven't clicked the right things. There. Everybody should be able to say something. Because that's my philosophy. I want to hear everyone say something. Even the people who hate me and think I'm a scrub. Because I am a scrub. I do play Magic since a long time. Well, this is Swedish. I'm in Sweden the machine thinks I like to speak Swedish.
Welcome to MagicGatheringStrat.
Oh, no, I didn't. I have to acknowledge
Season 4, what am I talking about?
I have to allow the comment, and I will now do so. Let's check those. Oh, 3 people for the draft. I won 2 drafts in a row now, and 2-1 in the one before that. So I'm pretty confident in my ability to play M13. Is college worth it? Yes, I think it is.
Hi, and welcome to MagicGatheringStrat. I'm Dan, and I'm going for the MOCS. Season 4, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the Magic Online Championship that is running on by the end of April. The qualification season ends on April the 17th, and you get the Savannah for qualifying. I'm pretty close to qualify. I need 15 qualifying points to get into the preliminary finals, which are on the April 19th, 20, and they are my goal.
Is fairly hot.
Perform well there in Magic 2013 Sealed. I will
have to listen to this twice.
Shut up!
Alright, so we are ready for this. It doesn't look like the booster thing will be happening. I am into drafting right now. I always have a little paper nearby where I make notes. I note the first pick. I also note the first pack cards, but I always forget to look at them. So today my goal is to remember that when I'm picking the 9th card, I should look at what cards are left in the pack. Oh, look at this broadcast. I have some finance articles to read. I am a trader. First and foremost in Magic. That's not really even true anymore. I'm more of a media person now. But I'm definitely a trader before I am a player. And I've been trading through all my Magic years. And this is a great site for trading. There are a couple of sites that I like to keep looking at. And this art, I've been doing a lot of media and playing lately to qualify for the MOCS. I haven't read up on the trading things. Burning Tree Emissary, $2. Flinthoof board, $2. Ogre board was $1.75. I have a couple of those, but these are paper cards. They're always more expensive. The game has grown a lot since last summer. Is there really? Are there so many more Magic players now than last summer? Sands of Delirium say a real price bump. That would be awesome because it's like 5 cents now. Ah, maybe it's not time to dump the M13 cards now. Maybe I've been wrong. I didn't think about standard qualification season. Gotta make a note of that. So when is the time to sell the standard cards? I have a document here. This is the most I've spoken about trading in any video. This is my year in trading, or isn't it? God, I've been out of this. Seasonal trading. Oh, I have 2 documents named seasonal trading. That's probably a good way to... This is partly in Swedish, I'm sorry for that. So we are now in April. Do not sell core set cards. there is a standard season coming up. You should be selling core set mythics. No, you should be selling mythics from Innistrad right now. Standard peak in April. When does the standard qualification season begin? I'm waiting for the drafts to start. Nobody's watching. Standard PHQ season. It has already begun then. March 23rd to August 11th. That should get prices up for everything in M13. Until August probably means that there's plenty of time to play and sell M13 cards. Okay, suddenly more people are signed up for the sealed M13. Then maybe I need to change. It's the M13 limited then. Okay. Standard metagame, I'm not very good at that. $700 TCG mid. Wow. PVR mid-range. I bought 4 Assemble the Legion when they were like 55 cents. For them to go up to $5 is probably very likely. Guys doesn't trust the Lilian of the Whale. It's like they've done their race. Okay, that was that article. On to the next. Would you trade a tropical island for a commensurate number of hinterland harbors? Would you? This guy knows his trading. He is on Brainstorm Brewery and is pretty knowledgeable in trading. Brainstorm Brewery is something to listen to if you're interested in trading magic cards. Jace Architect Assault underpriced. They keep coming back to that. I did buy one now. But he is actually higher priced on Magic Online than in paper. I would definitely trade Tropic Island for a stack of Hinterland Harbors if I could make them into cash. Oh, he comes down, he makes that point himself. Okay, it seems that we are playing sealed. I will leave this queue when there's 6 people. Oh, why would I? Okay, $140 for the Tropical Island. And $8 for the Hinterland Harbor. So actually taking 28 Hinterland Harbors. Okay, sounds pretty clever. And here's Ryan saying something. Oh my god, let's leave the queue, it's time to play. Some M13 Phantom Sealed. I think this will be the 6th Phantom Sealed. But I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while. I've been drafting a lot. But the MOCS is Phantom Sealed. Alright. So let's build a deck. Animythics, Worldfire, woo, Silkflash Spider. Silkflash Spider sounds good. Okay, let's look at the playables then. We have a Kite Sail, we have a Blue Ring, we have a Glacial Fortress, a Drowned Catacomb, and an Evolving Wilds. And we'll be playing the Evolving Wilds no matter what. Pretty much. Here we have some green, nice stuff. Plummet, great for the sideboard. Dead Recluse, very good. I'll play Farseek. Archdruid, Hunt Beast, Pack Leader, Spider. Yes, that's nice. It's not like the best ever. Arms Dealer is the best ever. No, he's not the best ever, but he's pretty good. Red was pretty shallow. Let's see what we can find in black. Why are you putting my black cards over there? Servant of Neferox. Something is lagging badly and it's probably because of the recording. Mark of the Vampire has actually risen in my respect lately. Rise from the Grave is good, but not on the level of Mark of the Vampire. Here's Overbolas, $175 in paper right now. I'll play an Essence Scatter. But blue looks so shallow. I am actually thinking white-green here, but it's double Griffin. There is or am I? What lands did I have? I have white, blue and blue black. But this is not blue. The blue is too weak and the red is too weak. And if I splash black, I can splash Essence Drain. I wish that I could splash the Murder, but I can't. But I could splash Essence Drain and Mark. And Servant, perhaps? Yeah, no, Servant isn't the best splash in the world. So what's this? And let's just take out Pillarfield Ox. It's 13 creatures, which is pretty weak. We do have the Farseek for the splash too. So we are actually splashing with, we could splash with 2 Swarms. Evolving Wilds and Farseek. That's 4 black sources, which means that we will have a black card. We will have a black land in play by turn 4 on the average. Captain's Call is a creature. Who triggers the pack leader? Almost nobody. The Sentinel Spider and the Primal Hunt Beast. But it's still decent. What does white do here? It provides us with 2 real good flyers. Of course we will not play a blue ring. That's just an oversight that it was still in there. Beast Tracker, Plummet, Naturalist Beast Tracker, or Pillarfield Ox, I think is what this comes down to. Beast Tracker is a 3-drop, so he looks better for, and he can fetch the Hunt Beast to go with the Mark of the Vampire. He can also fetch the spiders, right? I don't like him at all, but in this deck he could fetch the Silklash Spider, which could be game against many decks. Captain's Call is really bad here, except for the Griffins. So how do we win? We'll fly in with a green dude with the Kite Sail. We'll how else do we get through? We actually don't have a lot of green fat. It is the Griffins and something big with Mark of the Vampire on it. But we could easily get stalled out here. So let's think about the sideboard. Divine Favor is a sideboard card against certain decks. Mind Rot, Rats, Duress. Plummet, Naturalize. So what happens if I splash white instead? If I splash white for 4 cards then, like this, and then I go with black instead for Murder, Cower in Fear, Sign in Blood, and then there is nothing. A Giant Scorpion. I still have the protectors, the Griffin protectors, to go over him. I do have a little more removal. I think Cower in Fear, Murder, Giant Scorpion is stronger than Double Attending Knight, Captain's Call. But I'm not super sure about it. So do I want more white or more black? I'm fairly confident in the green. Now this mana curve looks a bit better, doesn't it? And I do have an additional murder instead of a lot of junk on the ground. They will make the Griffin Protector larger, but that's a very temporary effect, which only helps if I am on if I'm being aggressive in the air. Though the double black of Cowering Fear Murder is discouraging. I do like the amount of removal in this. What about Prey Upon? Prey Upon isn't really affected here. It's a bit easier to cast Prey Upon on Giant Scorpion than on Attended Knight. I think this fits more into my playstyle. I'm going with the black thing. And I'm playing 2 plains, 6 swamps and 8 forests. That way I do have 4 sources of white mana for 4 cards. It's a bit greedy, but this is what I'll do. Phantom Sealed number 6. I do have the sideboard cards noted. It looks like we have a viewer here. I'm really recording this for the YouTube channel, but I wanted to try twitching it as well, so welcome. I run the MagicGatheringStrat YouTube channel on YouTube. Check it out. It has a bit more viewers than this. And I am submitting. I'm looking longingly at blue, but there is like... It would be hard to get enough sorceries and instants for the Archaeomancer. There is the Switcheroo, which I really like. And but what then? Fairy Waders is a bit clunky, Watercourser is decent, like a Timberpack Wolf. I like Scroll Thief more than most, and I love Unsummon, but that's all there is. And I don't think it's better than Pacifism and two Griffins. I don't think it's better than Murder and Work of the Vampire. So blue is not going to make it. What about red then? Blade Tusk Boar, Arms Dealer, Chandra's Fury. There's a splash. But then there is nothing. Slumbering Dragon. But I think Pacifism and Divine Verdict is stronger. Slumbering Dragon is really nice actually. But then I would have created a deck that just can't win. I need the protectors to win. The Griffin protectors. 13 creatures, some sort of mana curve here. Kite Sail will help in the win department as well. I think I'm right to keep red and blue out of the deck. And I think that cutting out black entirely would create a more consistent deck, but I do have the means to splash. I have the Farseek, I have the Evolving Wilds. And the base of the deck is my favorite color combination, the 2 strongest color in the set. Green-black. So I think I'm gonna stay like this. 17 land, Farseek, a lot of mana. Actually. There could be a flood problem going on here.
I do wish I had some sort of outlet for the excess mana. The only thing I have is the Silk Spider, who will be killing flyers left and right, including my protectors. Wish I could give his guys flying with Kite Sail, but I can't do that. Unsummon, Scroll Thief, Switcher. Looks weak. I want a removal splash. And green is my deepest color, and it has my only bomb, because make no mistake, Silk Spider is bomb in this format. He's really nasty and can shut down entire decks. And being rare, he is often something that people are not prepared for, and we are off to the races for the first game. Our first opponent is Buntain. We do have every mana we ever wanted, but we don't have much going on. And we definitely don't want any more mana now. I don't really want to cast Mark of the Vampire on the Arbor Elf, because he is so vulnerable. This guy hasn't cast a spell by turn 3, which is very rare. Oh, Silk Clash is so good against red-green decks, because they can't do anything about him. Wow, Mark of the Vampire on Silk Clash Spider should be game. Here is Arbor Elf attacking. Now we should play something, probably a forecasting cost green guy such as Spiked Baloth or Primal Hunt Beast. There is Primal Hunt Beast. So we play the Spider. And being a 2/7 is so enormous in this format. We're just gonna accept the punishment from the Primal Hunt Beast. We are gonna put Mark of the Vampire on Silk Spider and then prey upon the Hunt Beast. And even a Titanic Growth won't save him from that. Oh, we can't prey upon the Hunt Beast, sorry, what am I talking about? We'll prey upon Buntain. Or maybe we'll prey upon this guy, whatever it is. Yes! That's a meal for the Silk Clash Spider. This is actually pretty brutal. Prey upon you, sir. Nom nom nom, oh, you taste like chicken. And beat down for 5. Mark of the Vampire. Never bad. We'll make a note of the Sentinel Spider. He will affect our protectors. Here it would be ideal if we can cast both Servant of Neferox and the Verdict, and we can. So we cast Servant of Neferox and attack, and if anything happens we can get rid of the Timberpack Wolf with the Verdict. So we could block with everything and then cast something.
Is this the order we want to kill stuff in? Yeah, I think it is. Except that... Oh, if Timberpack Wolf is gone, right? The Arbor Elf will die. I think so, I'm not sure. So there should be a Titanic Growth now that we counter with the Divine Verdict. Oh yes. But now nobody died, which was of course unfortunate. We gained 5 lives. So I should have assigned the elf as the second target. And he needs to get up to 10 again. Oh, he's playing Mindclaw Shaman, that's worth a note. Mindclaw Shaman is extremely bad. He's really one of the worst cards in the stuff, but sometimes people will just get lucky with him, but he's a sideboard card. You should sideboard him in if you see like 2 very expensive things that he can target. But you seldom see that. And that's why he's so bad, because then he just becomes 2/2. That doesn't do anything. I shouldn't forget about my ability to kill the flyers. Goblin Battle Jester. And now he has 8 toughness. And 1 card. So if that card is a Searing Spear or something, I still get to kill 2 of them. I'm at 40 lives. I'll kill the Primal Hunt Beast and the Goblin Battle Jester. And if it isn't, I just keep on beating down. So I think I'm good here. And he just have to start to throw stuff under the bus. And you never want to throw stuff under the bus because they get crushed. And that's premature, I think. But the more premature concedes we get, the more we win. So we're not unhappy about that. So what was in our sideboard? Divine Favor. What are we afraid of here? He was just red-green. Red-green with some dudes. Red-green is actually pretty vulnerable to Divine Favor. We don't need the plummet. We haven't seen any naturalized targets. Do we want to play Divine Favor? He wasn't very violent, red-green. But is there something we should take out? We could take out Cowering Fear, but he had the Arbor Elves. But normally red-green don't have too many Cowering Fear targets. Kite Sail will be really good against him. I think we take out Cowering Fear, take in Divine Favor. Let me know if you think I'm really stupid, cause maybe I am. And then we run it like this. Of course we are not casting... Oh, Silklash Spider again. That's my card for today. We need to get to the white splash with the Evolving Wilds. We can cast anything but the Silklash Spider, but we do have 8 forests, so we count on drawing another forest. We're going for the white splash here. The spider could become a Death Touch 2/5 guy, which is pretty good. I think that's what we are doing here. Spider. We don't want to put the Divine Favor on the Deliric Sluice into open red mana. So if he keeps the mana open like he did now, we will just attack and play Giant Scorpion. And then go for the Protector and probably cast the Divine Favor on the Protector. Still haven't got the second forest. Timberpack Wolf. I think I want to attack with both of them actually, and then cast the Griffin Protector, and then Spider next turn. Being 7 toughness is just so crazy. I don't know if that was the best play ever. I should probably have kept the Deliric Sluice back. My mana is being very friendly. Still Clash. The Griffin Protector starts attacking, and next turn will Kite Sail and Divine Favor the Griffin Protector. And hopefully he's not dead by then. Maybe he should have done that this turn. Force Mage. Well, he... No. Oh, how nice. Okay, he doesn't have an Essence Drain target really. So we cast the Divine Favor on the Griffin Protector. And Kite Sail on the Protector, I say. Except that it costs 2 to equip. But did I play a land? No, I didn't. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. That's irritating to say the least. And I attack. And I only need to attack 2 more times. Then I can Essence Drain him to the moon. But he's really getting killed by his mana problems here, and I should not think my deck is any good. Because I'm just having all my mana coming to me, and he isn't. He has 3 lands on turn 7. So this is just me being stupidly lucky. And we'll just keep on doing the good thing. And next turn we'll Essence Drain him to oblivion. But he has a plummet. Or he has a naturalize on Divine Favor even. Well, that probably means that he can bolt the Protector. And that this is far from over. So next turn I might actually Kite Sail the Spider, hit for 5, and then cast Essence Drain. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't feel like I'm in any danger at all at 23 lives. And I'm starting to appreciate life gain in M13 even more than before. And I'm 1.5 minutes behind him. I think the Xsplit software I use to record is causing me some lag. And he has given up. And we are 2-0. I'm gonna go get some coffee.
Getting coffee. Be right back. Oh, big fat coffee. Sweet. And I've lost all the viewers, and I can understand that. And the inability to pause here is that there must be a pause function, but there is not. So I'm gonna try to get some viewers instead. Yeah, I'm on Twitter right now, checking out if anything good is going on. And I tweeted this. So let's check for the inbox here. Some comments. In draft number 22, the last one I didn't win. I only went 2-1 in that. Then I won 2 of them. It should have gone white.
No, I think it's Chemian Spectre. But then I will have
you
to
listening to my own voice 2 times there is not very good. Do subscribe to this YouTube channel, MagicGatheringStrat. Let's check the video count. Started this, there were 4 people making videos, 442 videos, started on the 13th of January 2013. So, pretty good. Okay, we're back to financial. How will you fund your game? From GatheringMagic.com. Ryan Bouchard, also one of the greats in Magic Finance. Okay, Ryan has interviewed someone who likes to
Where is the interview? Oh, okay, it's an MP3. God, I need to listen to that. Should I make you listen to that? Brainstorm Brewery, really good podcast. Let's listen to Ryan.
All right, and I've been promising it now for a couple of weeks, and I'm finally able to deliver. Here, sitting in front of me, I have the man, the myth, the legend, the once player, well, still player, I suppose, now turned financial, Raymond Perez. He's a local guy of mine, and he's on a team here in Michigan, and attends a lot of major events, and is kind of taking on trading to be able to financially support himself within the game.
Yeah, it's more so about sustaining a collection, so you don't have to keep reinvesting into a game that you have to play so much and pay so much for traveling already. So.
Right. All right. Well, before we go too far, Ray, how about you tell me a little bit about yourself?
All right. Well, the name is actually Raymond Perez Jr. You have to make sure you have the junior in there because I get really mad at Star City when they forget to mention that. Thankfully, Adrian Sullivan on coverage will say it very loud, so I'm thankful for that. But, I'm a player. I'm 23. I work at a hospital here in Michigan. I've been playing Magic competitively for probably since 2010. I played the game since I was 10 years old, but didn't take it too seriously until about then. And yeah, trading is definitely one of the avenues you have to actually utilize if you're a player, just because, I don't know about you, but I don't have an endless bank account, so.
That's fair. So, like, what really got you interested in Magic in the first place? Not necessarily the financial end, but just into the game itself.
So it all started when I was younger. I was really fascinated by Pokemon, which of the coasts is a game that they have. And I started playing competitive Pokemon like around the city, and everyone that hosts the card functions or whatever in the city, they always played Magic, and they would always tell me, like, oh, when are you going to play Magic? When are you going to start going to Magic? And I'm just like, oh man, I can't. I want to play Pokemon for life. Well, eventually I played a local tournament for $1 and I won 24 packs. And I asked the guy if I could get them in the product and Magic packs. And so that was my very first taste of Magic. And since then it's been very, very addicting. So good times.
Fair enough. So have you played any other TCGs or, card games or any other games besides Magic and Pokemon?
Well, from Pokemon I played pretty much anything that the store had. I played Star Wars for probably a couple months just because they were handing it out. I played Dragon Ball Z pretty heavily when I was around. I played Lord of the Rings, pretty much anything, Dominion, Ascension, anything that has to deal with cards, even poker and everything else. I'm definitely a card addict in that retrospect.
Fair. So you're a bit of a gamer regardless.
Yeah, more so cards and board games, not so much video games anymore because anytime I think about playing a video game, I just play Magic Online.
Fair enough. So what really made you choose Magic over all these other games that you tried out?
Well, every other game seemed pretty basic. It was more so when you start getting older, these games have more in-depth conversations that you can have with people about them. And a lot of people that you end up meeting pretty interesting in the game. And so our city is right next to East Lansing and MSU. And so everyone that I knew that played Pokemon and Magic, they all were in college and they all had these like varied degrees. Some were engineers, some were lawyers, yada yada. So I mean, that's really what kept me in, was the community of Magic players. A lot of people are very, very nice in Magic and very interesting if you give them a chance to talk, which a lot of people, when you trade with them, will definitely have a background story to tell you about their favorite card, why they like this card, some type of significance. So that's really what kept me in the game.
That's true. So speaking of the financial end, what really made you make the transition or realize that you needed to make the transition into the financial world?
Well, when I was younger, I pretty much spent every birthday, every Christmas, everything I had where I would get a gift of some sort on Magic. But the older you get, the more your parents and everyone else stop giving you gifts and everything. So eventually, what one time was a PlayStation 2 is now a box of socks to give you. So eventually, I realized that in order for me to keep playing the game and doing what I want in this game, I have to pretty much make the game work for me. And the easiest way of doing that is just using the card itself. It's one way or the other. Like, if you're not good at the game, you have to be good at trading, and sometimes you're good at both, and so it's pretty good.
Fair. So you really suggest trading to not just the newer players or the players who are looking to get into competitive, but also the competitive crowd too, because, maybe if you have a bad weekend at a Grand Prix or at Star City, it gives you an opportunity to make some of that money back or at least cover your trip.
Yeah, like usually at an open, I go to a lot of Star City Opens, a lot of Grand Prix that I can go to that are reasonable. And for instance, this last Grand Prix I went to in Pittsburgh, I ended up 112th place, which isn't good for any money. So in order for me to recoup some of that expense, I ended up selling some cards. And the best way to maintain a collection that you can do that with is to trade these cards into other cards and eventually build a sustainable collection where you have the ability to sell cards. Because sometimes you have a deck that it's the only deck you play, and if that's the only deck you can play, you can't really afford to sell that. So, I mean, that's a fine way to do it too, but me personally, I like to be able to play what I want when I want, and also if I have a bad weekend, be able to sell anything I want. So.
Right. So you really try and build your collection based on sustainability, not necessarily just to make yourself money, but to maybe roll into the next standard season or modern season or whatever the current PTQ season is. How do you treat that transition? Because as a trader myself, I don't really remember my younger days, I suppose, when I was trying to, keep a collection to be able to play with, and I had to worry about, I can't get rid of this card, though, even though it's really expensive. I need it for the deck that I'm playing this Friday in F&M, or I need it for the Grand Prix in 2 weeks. How do you treat that if you can't necessarily get rid of a card that's too high? Like, do you have any?
Well, my basic strategy for that is that usually the number one thing you always have to do in Magic, whether it's for trading or playing or anything, is to grow yourself in the community, get known. You have to be pretty likable, one way or the other. I mean, there's no way around it. People don't like you. They don't want to travel with you. They don't want to trade with you. They don't want to play with you. So, I mean, that's the number one thing is building communication. Another thing that ends up doing for you is that once you establish yourself and you have this nice little friend base and everything else, you can also borrow the cards that you sell. Like, for instance, I just sold my Face Sustain Track over the weekend because I don't see those going up. The modern season's over. There's no deck and standard that's using them. I don't see anything that's going to come out next year. Or, I'm sorry, not next year, next set. And Dragon's Maze, it's really going to make Face Sustain Track a future player like it once was. So in order to not be affected by the price drop later, I moved them over the weekend because I think $20 cash is fine. For that, when I bought them for I think 20 a few months ago, or when the Interstrat first came out. So I think that's the number one way to get around that is just have someone in the community that you can lean on. That let's say you sell them Face Sustain Traps. Well, if you ever find a reason to play those, you can go to a friend and be like, hey, I moved mine. Can I borrow yours? And usually people are pretty susceptible to that because a lot of times people play the game but they don't travel to events, so they're pretty likely to let you borrow them as long as you're a nice guy. You know, scumbag.
Right, scumbag Ray.
Yeah, scumbag Ray.
But anyway, so you would say that like not only traveling about and getting to know people abroad, like getting to know people in your own town and at your own stores is important too for like not only just trading and being able to borrow cards, but really to keep a competitive group of people who will travel with you. I mean, have you experienced that?
Yeah, like lately in Lansing, when I first started playing competitively a few years ago, there was a huge crowd that would travel to events and everything, but that eventually died down from people not being interested in the game anymore. Their friends don't play as much. They moved out from college or something. So lately, if it wasn't for me to be able to communicate with other people in the state, I would not be playing Magic competitively because the group that I travel with now is from Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids and even as far as Port Huron. So I think that's a huge thing to have at your assets as a player and a trader, because there's always the people that say, hey, my buddy's looking for this, do you have this? And it's like, sure, I do. And usually the people that are looking for a very specific card are willing to pay a premium on it, or they don't value the cards higher because they really want that specific card, which, I mean, that's fine and all. If you're happy, they're happy.
Right. So, I guess to talk about like the whole aspect of traveling with other people, now that you've joined, well, I guess you call it a team, but I mean as a store sponsor that really provides you with your decks and stuff, and kind of like you said, lends you those cards and eases off your collection. How has that helped you, and how would you encourage other people to go about trying to form a team or maybe a collective, even if they don't have a store behind them, to be able to help each other?
Right. I think the best way to do it, because currently I'm on Team Perfect Storm with Carter Hatfield and a lot of other guys from Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo. Really good guys. Carter has his own store. He does his own thing, so he really does have a collection for that. But how to start from the ground up is something that I thought a lot about myself before I was on this team. I just kind of stumbled onto it, where I think that the number one way to do it would be to have a core group of like 4 or 5 players that are willing to travel and play and have a collection already, or are willing to invest into a collection like a couple hundred from a box or a couple of new set or something like that to go off of. And then when you guys travel, you guys dictate one person to be the trader, and you don't have to be the trader every weekend. Let's say you want to play Magic that weekend or whatever, that's fine. But I think that'd be the best way so that you have the time and the ability to do it, because one of the biggest conflicts I ran into as a player is that when you're playing the round and you get done with it, you only have about 15 to 20 minutes if you're lucky in between the next round, and usually that's spent talking to your friends, thinking about the game, doing something, and it's really hard to get trading into that whole era unless you like do really well or do really bad. I'm sorry, and drop out, and you have the whole day to trade. So before I used to scrub out the tournaments and then spend the whole day trading because I was angry that I did so bad. But nowadays, I'm starting to do better in tournaments, and I don't have the luxury of having the time in between rounds to go out and trade with people. So I think that having a starter group with one person dictated with that role, just trade, would get you way further than if you were trying to do it yourself. So it's very...
Right, so treat it like the whole collection is a giant collective of the 5 or 4 or 5 people, and you really kind of dictate roles based on weekend. Like maybe one person doesn't enjoy Legacy as much, so with the Star City they go and do the Sunday trading and so on and so forth. So you're really in this case using trading to like sustain a giant collection for a collective of people rather than actually making money off of it. And then you use your winnings together to make money. I mean, is that something that you would divide?
I think that...
Okay, silent Ryan. It is time to go to the second round. So test time 1, time 1, and Orange Rascal 1. We are playing Phantom Sealed, so there is one booster prize. I paid 4 tickets, there's one booster prize for going 2-1. So going 2-1 is actually quite important. And there's a 3 booster prize for going 3-0. Also, I get my last QP I need. I'm in the villa right now, so I'm running up the stairs, which is why I'm out of breath. And these pauses between the rounds, I normally just cut them, I pause them, so you don't see them when I do normal videos. And now I can't do that, as I'm streaming all the time. So tell me what you think about that. I should definitely include notes about when the rounds start, but I can't tell how far this video has gone. Or how much time has elapsed. I can't see that anywhere. So I can't make a note out of it right now, which is inconvenient. So if you're watching this, make a note of when the round starts and post it in the comments. In case I forget to do it. And here we go. It's Orange Rascal. And we are going to crush him. Well, that Griffin Protector we will be able to cast somehow. We can cast the other stuff, so I'm keeping this hand. Want to see a lot of small dudes from him. I definitely don't want to draw any more forests or swamps. Sunstrike is not the small dude and will cause problems. As will that forest. So basically we'll have to block the Sunstriker and then cast Cowering Fear. But now that is not an option anymore if I don't want to lose the Archdruid. So I'm getting beaten down quite badly here. And I definitely don't draw land. Okay, I can draw Dratterland because then I can go white. But that will have to wait because I'm casting the elf here for the mana. But I'm taking some serious beating here from the Sunstriker. And another Sunstriker. I will block one of them and I will get the plane. If I attack with just one, I will not block it. he missed the land drop. So I got the chance to recover here. Prey Upon is pretty good. Though a Show of Valor can blow me out. So I think I'd rather wait with that until he's tapped out, which he hopefully will be next turn. So I'm gonna Verdict the Sunstriker here. And then hopefully Prey Upon the other one. Next turn. That worked pretty well. Or is it the Hunt Beast? Attack with Hunt Beast. He blocks with Guardian. Yeah, that seems pretty good actually. So I'm casting the Hunt Beast. Prey Upon on the Sunstriker. Getting him to 31. But his deck is a lot better than mine. I will attack without any further ado because I want to use the Cowering Fear. No. And it would be very inexperienced of him to block actually with the Guardians. And he doesn't. So I will just Cower in Fear. And cast the Protector. But he still has 4 cards in hand. Oh, a Tome. I'll make a note of the Tome. And that's the point when I realize... I do have a Naturalize. And that thing I do want to Naturalize. Am I gonna pacify the Guardians? That sucks so much. But I do think I'm gonna swing with everything. And do then 6 points of damage, which would be 9. 6 points in what world? 5. Which would be 8 if I did pacify him, but that's quite a rotten deal. And next turn I can hit for 8. When Sarah arrives. No, it's just Knight of Glory. Who does have protection from black. And Exalted. So somebody's gonna get really exalted here. I should have held on to that Cower in Fear. I'll happily trade with him, right? Keep the servant back. It will take so much time to kill him with the air attack. So this is my attack. And I would love to trade. Okay, Show Valor. Alright, good to know. Got him to 20. And I'll just block him with the Recluse. Right? He must have a Sarah or something that he wants to make way for, because I should just kill him here, right? Or public execution. Right. This deck has so much quality. And that will take care of them. He does have protection from black. But I will just attack with this guy. And we shall pacify the knight. And cast the giant scorpion. But Exalted is still in effect. And he can now draw cards. Which I think is what he's doing right now. No, he's not. He's casting the Shade. So the Shade can become a 4/3 creature. So I still think I'm attacking with the Servant of Neferox. If I take out the Shade, I still have some sort of attack going on next turn. Actually, I have quite a good attack going on next turn. So I'm attacking with my Servant. And he does block. And that's when I reveal Mr. Pack Leader. And now I have to draw some 3 power cards, of which there are very few in my deck. And note that he has not used his tome yet. Okay, now Liliana's Shade has blocked the way. Now he can start drawing cards. And I'm actually thinking about attacking with the Pack Leader just so he doesn't get to draw a card. And to take out the Shade, placing my Spider in the situation of being the dominant creature on the board. And I don't think he can resist this offering. And he can! Wow, that was brave. He had that massive life gain at the start of the game, Prowler. But my Death Touch guy just makes any kind of boost you have irrelevant. Though the Dust Mantle Prowler becomes a 5/5 here. Which is of course pretty huge. And I think we might have to kill him off. Let's Farseek for a swamp. Murder, Essence Drain, Mark. So much beautiful stuff. But the combination of book and shade here might keep him alive. So we really need to draw like something very useful very soon. I just discussed with the Borg if that card is the best card in M13. I think it isn't. Oblivion Ring isn't either, but of course now he has won this, there's like no question. And I am just in so much trouble here. Wow. So who is gonna block the Sentinel Spider here? He can only go to 3. I think I need to attack here. But of course I do die now. If he attacks with the angel, do I? Do I die? That's 6 Exalt triggers. Making her a 10 power creature. Making me go to 1 life. This is interesting because I can actually win this game now. I play this. Kite Sail the Sentinel Spider. Attack. Now it's enough to attack with the Archdruid next turn for me to win. Right? So I think I'm moving the Kite Sail over to the Archdruid to have 2 blockers in the air. Okay, now somebody has to die, of course. But there's a lot of draws I can get to save me here. So I'm just blocking with the elf. If I win this, it will be some kind of miracle. Beast Tracker. And this is why, kids, Beast Tracker is such a goddamn bad creature. But now I do have to attack with the spider, so the Sublime Archangel actually die. And he does have a trick, no? Okay. And I'm getting the Silk Clash Spider. And I'm playing very slowly in here now, so I need to play faster. And I might actually have to shut up. Oh. 1 mana too little to kill with the spider. Okay. Now that's pretty good actually for him. Yeah, and then the spider will just die here. And I'm wasting both my own time and his. Nine cards left in his deck. 8. Alright. Okay, how do I handle this guy? Lots of lag from the software here. Plummet looks like a good fit for the deck. There weren't a great number of flyers. I want to mind rot him. Possibly even Rise from the Grave. Taking out the Beast Tracker. Is that really so good? And the Kite Sail. I only saw one target naturalize. And I need to be quicker than that. This is super scary. Now I clicked. And nothing happened. And I have to mulligan. And I'm keeping this. I'm 3 minutes behind, so I need to play really fast. Ravenous Rats, I think they're getting Plummet here actually. Which might be best Ravenous Rat ever. And if I miss a land drop here, my story will be very, very short. But I don't. I'm gonna block either of them with my Hunt Beast. Oh my god, can't block that. Oh, that sucks so bad. And well, I got to kill the Deadly Recluse. I got to kill the Ravenous Rats because he's killing me. Blood on the Bat, to which I now have very little defense, except the giant Silklash Spider, which I am gonna play greedily. No, I am gonna just... I gotta play the pack leader! I'm too greedy! But he does 8 points of damage to me before I have the time to kill him. So maybe that was very greedy. Oh my god! Okay, so I definitely have to cast the Silklash Spider. And why didn't I attack with the pack leader? I am just resigning to losing, I'm stressed, and I'm starting to play bad. Oh my god, well, he has the much better deck, and it's sealed deck. You can't really do anything against decks like this. You just die. That's what you do. But I shall at least make sure that I don't time out. And this is so pointless. Because he now really has me. God. And discarding that plummet, of course, was quite bad. Yeah, I still can take that. But then what? Oh, I really wanted that QP. But of course, the quest for the last QP is not gonna be this easy. So tell me what you think about this format with the delay between rounds and stuff. Is it any good? DV Exalted has crushed my little stupid deck. But this was a better BV Exalted deck than most of the draft decks I've seen, actually. So I didn't stand much chance there, and that's a shame, because that means no QP for Dan. Still have to play the last round for that crucial booster. I'm getting my last coffee. And they're still not done. So we will have to read some trading stuff. Thespian stage, probably worth more than 5 cents online, yes. Niv Mizzet, is he playable? Trostani, also an interesting card. I think Theros will have goblins, but there were no goblins in Greek mythology, were there? That's weird. Assemble the Legion, pretty good card. But there was a discussion about Jace here then. Crater Hoof. Is Dreadbore undervalued? That's a good question. Not sure it is undervalued actually, because I think Dreadbore, being sorcery speed card, is so bad. Okay, time for round 3. And I'm still recording here. This is a very important match then, because I might win a booster, and then I won't feel as depressed when I'll go 2-1 in the next M13 draft. Because I will still be having 3 boosters. But I don't want to 1-2 this. That will be very discouraging for the MOCS. I almost forgot, in my villa studio I have the ability to stand up while playing, which is a great way to burn some calories and get some exercise in. Actually, I'm not going back to the gym until tomorrow, so that's probably quite necessary. In the apartment studio I'm all locked up. Say 7 An, I know this guy, I played against him before. I know that I need lands against him. This is almost a cowering fear, so I'm gonna keep it. But it is very dangerous. Many people play white in sealed deck apparently. Probably because Black-White Exalted is the sort of given deck that everybody knows is there. Putting on extra socks, it's still not really warm here yet. Now have triple socks. Okay. That's a pretty good draw actually. And I start the beatdown with my fantastic... Oh, now I can cast everything except Essence Drain. I'll try to suck on Cowering Fear a little more than I did earlier. Oh, that guy is everywhere. And he does look like a pretty nice dude to kill. But I don't need to kill him just yet. I will try to make something out of myself. Hunt Beast, Mark of the Vampire is something to go for. Now I want to say call of... Captain's Call, I want to say. That would be sweet. But no, not anything. Now I need to consider, do I kill the Intrepid Hero? But why? He's no threat. So I don't. And I keep Deadly Recluse back. Because of Divine Verdict danger. And now I just want to deploy the Mark of the Vampire on the Hunt Beast and ride him to victory. Farseek for a plane then. Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, what a wonderful surprise! Okay, that was not the best thing that could happen. If I had just a mana, I would be able to kill him, but I don't have it. I think I need to cast the Mark of the Vampire here. And then I could possibly get blocked by him while he's 8/8 and cast Essence Drain to get rid of him. But now we are in a race situation. Hydra. Damn, sealed deck is stupid, but the final is sealed deck. And as I've said before, I'm like 52% match win in sealed deck and 67 in draft over a large sample. So I'm so much better drafting than I am in this stupid format. I don't know what will happen here. We could be good. Pacifism on the Deadly Recluse. That doesn't do anything, does it? And now we actually have a kill next turn. If he doesn't keep his Hydra back. So, smack with Hunt Beast. Is this the day we take out the Intrepid here? But he still doesn't do anything. So it is not that day. We get the plane. cast the Arbor Elf. And next turn we are either lethal or we kill the Hydra. Okay, if I have one more black mana, I can actually first cower in fear, then Essence Drain the Hydra. But that doesn't do much. Now the Hydra will still die, unless he has any card that saves the Hydra. And if he does, I'm dead in 2 turns. And if he doesn't, I'm probably dead anyway, because he has 6 cards in his hand and I have nothing except 1 Arbor Elf. I'll make a note of pacifist too, because I might have to include my naturalize. It's gonna be tough. This is gonna be really tough. So if he attacks now and attacks again next turn, he would do to the 24 damage that he thinks he needs, but I don't see him attacking here. And if he does, he probably has another blocker for the Hunt Beast, which means that I am not gonna get in. But he does attack. That's interesting. No, he doesn't attack. And I don't think he's tapping out either. So we're going to have to spend all our resources killing the Hydra. And that's just really, really, really bad. Unless we draw murder, but he is now attacking, leaving an opening for us. And we accept the pain. Please let me draw a swamp. Wow. I'm gonna cower in fear. And then I can Essence Drain next turn. So the only thing I need to do is to be able to block for 1. But if he has any growth spell or anything, no, I do gain 5 life. Do I attack with the Arbor Elf? Then I can actually kill him with Sign in Blood too, so I do think I attack with the Arbor Elf. And now not even Titanic Growth helps him. But if he has any life gain... Oh, nobody's watching this. Why aren't you watching this? This is like quality Twitch TV. God damn. Crusader! But he is not good enough. And now I notice that this guy is missing his land drops. But he does have a 16/16 Hydra, so it's hard to feel bad for him. Okay. The elf is indeed dead. Sign in Blood! Pretty close game. So what did we learn? We learned that he's green-white. He has hard time dealing with anything that is on the board. Do we have any danger that is on the board? We didn't see any flyers, though there are surely flyers. We will have a hard time killing Intrepid Hero. A lot, but we don't have too many guys. But we did lose on Intrepid Hero in the second match. So what do we do against Intrepid Hero? Do we need to trust the deck as is? I think I want to mind rot this guy. And I do want to kite sail, but there's like nothing bad in the deck. There's the beast tracker. He's pretty bad. And I'm not sure anything we draw can... Of course we can get the hunt beast, we can get the spider. It's probably the boring conclusion that we should just play the deck as is. But we really have to care about cowering fear and murder, because there are only ways of handling Intrepid Hero. This is all the mana we ever wanted and nothing useful, but we are still keeping this because in a 3-color deck you have to accept a hand that contains all your mana. And we're gonna play the swamp now. And we'll far seek for another swamp. And I think it's the Sign in Blood and getting Kite Sail. Is he missing another land drop? Yes, he is. Okay, maybe we should get beats down, but no, we shouldn't. We'll just deploy the stuff. And we should think that the first creature we play is going to be pacified. And maybe that creature should be the giant scorpion. There is murder. That's pretty good. Though I am so tempted to cast the spider here, and it seems to be the most efficient use of our mana. But I'm definitely not going to use Mark of the Vampire on it, as it is very likely to suffer setback in some way. Cast a card that doesn't do anything. That's always nice. Okay. We are going to town. And we are also playing the elf. Possibly with a mark on it. Save the murder for Intrepid Hero or the Hydra. I'm very tempted to overcommit here to Mark of the Vampire. But now he should play something. There we go. Pacifism. And we don't have anything against that. Crusader. But I do think it is Mark of the Vampire, Kite Sail. But now we are in trouble if he has any response to this. Nice. So that's pretty much game, right? Do I even care about the Hydra? Of course I care about the Hydra. And I am going to kill it. And play this little guy. Who will actually also be flying. I have now decided. Another Hydra! That would be okay actually, because that wouldn't do anything. Staff of Nin, this guy packs the business. But so what can Staff of Nin do actually? Not much. What if he has Plummet here? What if he has Plummet? But I do beast track into the spider, so I'm gonna risk Plummet here. Of course he blocks with the War Falcon here. Oh, he has a growth spell. But if he does, that's okay. He's just desperation blocking. No, he's killing the... Yeah, but I still think that's a decent trade. And the wise guy should probably go for the hunt beast here, right? Because that requires him to find a flyer. So is it the hunt beast or the Silklash spider? I think it's the hunt beast. Though the Silklash spider is enormous. And it's not easily dealt with. So it is actually the Silklash spider. Have a card and a smile. And I cannot kill it! I cannot kill it. Oh my god! You cast them in the wrong order, didn't you? Or can I kill it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's just 2 damage. So what happens if I attack now? The Archdruid die. And that's not very good, is it? So I think I'm done here. Because I can just kill... Oh, I must make very sure that I don't kill the Archdruid next turn. He doesn't kill the Beast Tracker. Oh, he did kill the Beast Tracker. Yeah, sweet. So now I'm gonna equip the ring. I need 9 mana, and I have 9 mana. I'm gonna equip the ring to the spider. Do it for 3 damage. And then equip the ring back to the Archdruid. Oh, he has 3 something. Okay. Well, that's too much whining, pal. I don't feel very lucky. Fuck this. Okay. What? He's speaking Swedish. Is he? That makes him unblocked. So, okay, what's happening here? Not much. He is attacking. So I am now equipping Kite Sail to the Silk Spider. Doing Silk Spider for 3. And then equipping Kite Sail to the Archdruid and swinging for the win. Yes! Okay, that didn't accomplish much, but I did get 1 booster for it. Which was okay, I guess. And that ends today's broadcast, because I'm probably not going to record the next tournament using this software, because I felt that it was quite laggy, and I think if people actually start watching this, I'm giving up quite an edge by showing what I have. So I'm not sure what to do for next time, but I think I will just record Incantasia as per normal. Thank you for watching MagicGatheringStrat. I'm Dan.